Alright, what's up guys? This is going to be my first time making a YouTube video. Today, it's going to be my, I don't know how to explain this, but I'm starting a channel about cars. Here's my S14 I just picked up. It's a 96, 5-speed SE. It's going to be my little drift project that I'm going to try to figure everything out on. So, stick around and watch out. Welding the diff on this thing. So, to do that, you got to pull the diff out of the car. There's a couple bolts. If you look here, there's 6 bolts on each axle, and then you take these 2 bolts out, and these 2, and then the drive shaft bolts. I'm gonna start taking those out, and then I'll be back. I'm gonna go and do the driver's side now. Driver's side is off also. Now we're gonna work on the drive shaft bolts, and then there's 4 bolts that hold the diff to the subframe. Is unbolted. Now we are gonna undo the 2 front mounts. And then once they're done with the front mounts, you're gonna work your way back to the back 2 19mm bolts here. A little bit ahead of myself, and I got the diff out. It's just 2 bolts up in the front, 2 in the rear. Then you kind of just slide it out, and it kind of just falls itself out. And just pop one of the axles down a little bit. You can leave the axles in the car. Yeah, that's about it. So now we're just gonna drop it down, and I will get it opened up, and I'm gonna show you guys how to weld the diff. So here we go. We have the diff open now. These are the spider gears here. This is what you're gonna want to weld. Make sure you don't, I guess, just get it cleaned up. I didn't really degrease none of it. Just using a Millermatic 252, just MIG. You just want to weld. You're gonna want to weld in the corners here, on there, here, blah blah blah, here and here. And then you'll flip the diff over, and you'll weld it again. So let me show you how to do this. I'm gonna weld this up really quick, and then I will. Side welded here, all 4 corners welded. If this was a high horsepower car, I'd probably plate the middle. This is just a stock KA S14 that I just bought, so we're gonna call that good on this side. We're gonna flip the diff over and weld the other side, and I'll get back to you guys. It's done, so we're just gonna reseal it up, and we're gonna get it back in the car so we can go test drive it and see how it does. So diff is back in. All bolts, they're there. You know, 4 drive shaft bolts, 2 front diff bolts, all 12 axle bolts, and the 2 big 19s up here. Don't forget to hook this ground back up. I don't know really what it's for, but I'm assuming it's there for a good reason. Yeah, I did pull this car out of a fucking, got it from a tow yard. It had all these suspension pieces on it already, blah blah blah. Definitely needs some exhaust work. Looks like a kid got a hold of the welder and welded this on. So we're gonna straight pipe it. That's next in the next episode. This is gonna be the part 1, so part 2 will be covering some exhaust work and some other stuff. So thanks for watching. Give me a follow, hit the like button, subscribe. My Instagram is rx7mike209. It'll be in the description. Alright guys, so I'm going to be using this MagnaFlow muffler. I cut all the old exhaust back all the way to the header. Some 5-year-old got a hold of a welder right there. I'm going to clean that up. And this header is an aftermarket Chinese header. It's got a crack in it right here. And I'm gonna use the header though, because I don't have anything else, but I think that'll do it. So we're gonna build piping from there to the back, from the back of the muffler, all the way up, and to the piping kind of laid out how I want it. I'm welding it up right now. I got a gap to fill. I don't think I'm gonna be able to fill it. I might put a piece of filler metal in there and just fill it. You know, junkyard special here. Not really worried about it as long as it cleans. It connects up and it's clean. All the way back though from the header. Getting there.